Sometimes people is messing with the numbers, and we saw that, you know, the record companies was adjusting the numbers for a lot of these artists, and we saw that YouTube fixed that. So I don't trust that shit. I go off of what actually word of mouth is and what people are talking about. Like, pull that big ass phone out that you had earlier.
I got 2 phones, my backup, it's my new girl.
All right, so he got this big Samsung phone, this Galaxy, right?
That's 4.
How many of y'all got that Galaxy?
iPhone.
How many of y'all got iPhone? Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. We can put this back in the pocket.
How many got
this is what I'm saying.
how many got that for? Raise your hand. How many got that for? Okay, it's coming up.
It's coming up, right? So that's my analytics. That's a ghetto analytics for me right there. If somebody was to ask me a question about where I felt like this was going in the urban community.
Yes. Who drive analytics.
In the urban community, who drive most fashion and culture and all of that, I would say iPhone is winning, and that's why iPhone just became the biggest brand in the world, because damn near mostly everybody in this room. Now, you know, that might be different in the next room that we go into, but I say that to say that's as simple as I can, that's as simple as I need. I don't need nobody to tell me what the numbers are, because somebody in here might have told me that the numbers on Galaxy was bigger than the iPhone S. Okay, but the people in this room got iPhones, so I'm going off of what I need to use to get to the people that have the tools that I, you know, that are using the tools that can see what I'm doing.
Well, someone once said to me, social media is like word of mouth marketing on steroids. That's how they explained it to me. And it's the same thing. Like when I grew up in Oakland, you know that, and like you sit in the barbershop, and I would actually judge which records are hot by like the bass. Like when I was sitting in the barbershop, if I heard a song, I would go, man, I keep hearing that bass line. I know that record's hot. That's how records broke, and then that's how we evolved from that to street teams, and we use street teams, and we use barbershops, and we use, you know, kind of the streets to basically break records for us. So now the streets are on Twitter, and now the streets are bloggers, and now, you know, street teams are groups and clans of bloggers, or they live behind hashtags. So how, you have 40,000? I mean, I wish I had 40,000 people that I could touch at all times. How do you use that to drop in little messages or create little viruses in there?
I mean, I just really use it to continue, like I said, to continue the message. I know I was talking to somebody upstairs, and they was asking me how do I think that social media has, you know, destroyed the music industry, and I'm like, no. What happened was social media created a new way of promotion, a new way of doing things, and you have to switch to it. If you still sitting around thinking that, you know, the Drake leak destroyed the Drake leak prevented him from selling 1 million records, you're out of your mind. That's what you really believe, right? The Drake leak helped him sell 600,000 records because, you know, like he said, a lot of y'all wasn't here in '92, so you don't know what happened. But as a person that was like, what was the job you had?
When I met you?
No, yeah. Well,
oh, product manager.
Okay, as a product manager at Columbia Records, a product manager's job would be to make sure their product was to get out to everybody. So like in this room, if they had this convention back in '92, he would have put Crisscross CD in every one of your bags anyway. You would have got my shit for free in the first place, all of you in this room.
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
So if the convention was 10,000 people, he still would have put 10,000 CDs in there. That's what these record companies used to do. They used to be the sponsors of all these things. They used to put out free product in there, and y'all would leave and y'all would have free product, whether it be, you know, whatever artist was on this label, whatever artist was on that label. Now, they feel like since they're not controlling the leak, they're going to say that it's a problem. But it's really not a problem. They just don't have control of the leak. The leak is the same thing as it was when he was putting the free product in the bag. You know what I mean? If these guys in here get a new CD from Jermaine Dupri and y'all like it, y'all going to leave and y'all going to go tell 10 other people, and those 10 people going to buy it. Or they're going to try to, you know, tape it from you or whatever it is. It's the same situation. It's just a new way of thinking and way of seeing it. So anybody, if that was your question, you know, I don't feel like the social media or anything has done anything to the record company but help us get to the next place that we're supposed to go in this new millennium. You just got to know how to switch it up and do what you got to do. I mean, there's so many videos like shit. If we'd have had, for real, if we'd have had Twitter when Crisscross came out, I probably would quit by now. For real, because they think Justin Bieber didn't have Jump. Justin Bieber had Baby. Baby's not Jump. Justin Bieber didn't, you know what I mean? He didn't make the world put their clothes on backwards. Justin Bieber, I don't see people in here that looks like that. When you make a rap record in the world, I went to Japan, I went to everywhere, and motherfuckers in Japan had their clothes on backwards. When you do something like that, if we'd have had Twitter back then when I put Crisscross out, they shit would have shut down. Because, I mean, all we had was the box, and that shit was fucked up from Crisscross. If you remember the box, that's what I'm saying. That's all we had was the box. If I'd have had Instagram and all of that shit, when I put them dudes out, shit would have been a whole lot different. I'm just telling you. So I'm saying, to me, when I look at it from that perspective, what we have right now is a plus. You just got to learn how to use it to your best ability.
That's interesting.